Hello and welcome to this channel. I hope you enjoy the story. I'm going to try and upload each day. The Haunting of Hallowed Hill School. Part 1. The Arrival. It was a crisp autumn day when Emma Mitchell arrived at Hallowed Hill School, perched ominously atop a desolate hill. The institution's reputation preceded it a prestigious boarding school for the elite, shrouded in mystery and surrounded by rumors of past tragedies. As she gazed up at the sprawling, ivy-covered mansion, Emma couldn't shake the unease that had settled in the pit of her stomach. She had accepted the position of English teacher with high hopes, but she couldn't ignore the whispers of the locals about the school's dark history. The first few weeks passed without incident. Emma settled into her small, dimly lit apartment within the school's ancient walls. The students were polite, though somewhat distant, and the staff were reserved but efficient. However, as the days grew shorter and the nights longer, an eerie chill began to permeate the corridors. Emma would sometimes wake in the dead of night, startled by faint cries of children echoing through the darkness. She attributed it to the wind whistling through the ancient structure, but the sounds were too distinct, too haunting to be mere drafts. Part 2. The Whispers. One cold, moonless night, Emma decided to investigate the source of these eerie cries. Clad in her robe and clutching a flickering lantern, she ventured into the labyrinthine corridors of Hallowed Hill School. The cries seemed to lead her deeper into the heart of the building, to a forgotten wing hidden behind a decrepit oak door. The door creaked open, revealing a dimly lit hallway lined with faded portraits of stern-faced headmasters from centuries past. The cries grew louder and more desperate as Emma continued down the corridor, each step echoing through the oppressive silence. At the end of the hallway, she discovered a heavy oak door slightly ajar. Pushing it open, she entered a room that seemed untouched by time. Dusty wooden desks, cobweb-covered books, and faded chalkboards filled the space. At the center of the room, a circle of small, child-sized chairs encircled an old, ornate chair. As Emma stepped closer, the cries of children intensified, their voices merging into a cacophony of fear and despair. She recoiled, her lantern flickering wildly, casting eerie shadows on the walls. In the center of the room, the old chair began to rock back and forth on its own, its wooden legs scraping against the floor. Emma's heart pounded in her chest as she realized she was not alone in this room. Part 3. The Sinister Truth. With trembling hands, Emma reached for her lantern, her eyes scanning the room for any sign of what was causing the chilling phenomena. As the lantern's feeble light flickered across the room, it illuminated a nameplate affixed to the ornate chair Headmaster Bartholomew. Panic surged through her, for she knew that Bartholomew had been the school's founder, and he had died more than a century ago. The cries of the children grew louder, and Emma could now see faint, ghostly figures hovering in the room. They were the spectral forms of children, their eyes filled with terror and longing. They reached out to her, their fingers grazing her skin like icy tendrils. She could hear their whispered pleas for release from their eternal torment. In a moment of revelation, Emma realized the sinister truth behind Hallowed Hill School. It was not a place of prestige and education. It was a prison for lost souls, a cursed institution where the spirits of the children who had suffered and perished there were forever trapped. Headmaster Bartholomew, in his obsession with maintaining the school's reputation, had condemned generations of innocent souls to this spectral existence. Emma fled from the room, her lantern extinguishing as she slammed the door shut. She stumbled through the darkened corridors, the cries of the children still echoing in her ears. She knew she had to expose the school's dark secret, to free the trapped souls and put an end to the haunting of Hallowed Hill School. But the malevolent presence of Bartholomew and the tormented spirits would not make it easy, for they would stop at nothing to protect the sinister truth that lay hidden within the school's walls. And so, as the nights grew longer and the darkness deepened, Emma embarked on a harrowing journey to confront the malevolent forces that haunted Hallowed Hill School and to bring peace to the souls that had been imprisoned there for far too long. The school's facade of prestige and privilege had concealed a nightmarish reality, and Emma was determined to uncover the horrifying secrets that lay hidden within the ancient institution's walls. Part 4. Unveiling the Past. As Emma delved deeper into her quest to uncover the truth behind Hallowed Hill School, she began to research its history in the school's neglected archives. She discovered a series of old documents and letters that hinted at the darkness that had plagued the institution for generations. It seemed that Bartholomew had been involved in a series of unspeakable experiments involving the young students, all in the name of maintaining the school's prestige and excellence. One particularly chilling letter detailed an experiment known as the soul ensnarement ritual, which was designed to bind the spirits of the children to the school forever. The letter spoke of the ritual's success and the torment that had been inflicted upon innocent souls. Emma shuddered as she read the descriptions of the children's suffering, realizing that she had heard their cries firsthand. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Emma sought out the help of a local historian who had a deep understanding of the supernatural. Together, they devised a plan to confront Headmaster Bartholomew and release the trapped souls from their torment. They gathered ancient texts, arcane symbols, and candles to perform a ritual that would weaken Bartholomew's malevolent presence and give the spirits a chance to break free. Art 5: The Confrontation. On a stormy, moonless night, Emma and the historian returned to the hidden room, the very heart of the school's darkness. Armed with their makeshift arsenal of knowledge and occult tools, they began the ritual. The room came alive with flickering candlelight and the scent of burning herbs. As the ritual progressed, the room seemed to pulse with energy. Emma could feel the malevolent presence of Headmaster Bartholomew growing stronger, as if he knew that his reign over the trapped souls was under threat. The cries of the children became more desperate, their spectral forms swirling around the room in a frenzied dance. Suddenly, a spectral figure emerged from the shadows, the ghostly form of Headmaster Bartholomew himself. His eyes blazed with rage as he confronted Emma and the historian. He hurled curses and incantations at them, trying to disrupt the ritual, but they stood their ground, their determination unwavering. In a final, climactic moment, the ritual reached its zenith. A blinding light enveloped the room, and the malevolent spirits of the children were pulled away from their tormentor. Emma and the historian watched in awe as the children's spirits ascended, their expressions of fear and anguish finally giving way to peace. Part 6: The Aftermath. With the spirits of the children freed, Hallowed Hill School was forever changed. The malevolent presence of Headmaster Bartholomew was banished, and the haunting cries that had once echoed through the corridors fell silent. The school was no longer a place of dread, but a sanctuary of learning, finally living up to its prestigious reputation. Emma Mitchell continued to teach at Hallowed Hill School, now dedicated to ensuring that the past horrors would never be forgotten. She, along with the historian, turned the hidden room into a memorial for the lost souls, a place of remembrance and reflection. Over the years, the story of Hallowed Hill School's haunting and its eventual redemption became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the darkness that could lurk behind the facade of prestige and privilege. The school's reputation changed from one of infamy to one of resilience and hope. And so, the haunting of Hallowed Hill School came to an end, but its legacy would forever linger, serving as a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit to confront and overcome the darkest of horrors, no matter how deeply they may be hidden. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.